So are we live? So chat, this is gonna be a very short video where I will delve into some of my trades and why I'm like severing the start loss. I'm around $6, -$6, and we're gonna go in detail why I've entered this short position, why I'm still thinking that this thing is bearish, but if it is really bullish, we could enter this trade and make our losses back. But I do think that this is gonna be bearish and the market is gonna do something like this. So let's just get into it. So the first thing why I've entered the short or being biased to bearishness is just because of the news I've already gone to. I've already gone to this in the earlier videos of me talking to the fundamentals. And let's just open it. Bookmark. Okay, guys, wait. Got to wait. Okay. Open all 12 tabs. So I've already gone to the fundamentals and looked that the bias is very bearish. When I try to compare US's data to Euro, it was like a big difference. So that means that the market is one way or the other. The market is going to go very bearish. So, and my friend entered like the opposite trade. I wasn't expecting that, but he opened the opposite trade, and his way of thinking is that because the market have come to this resistance, as you can see here, the market have come to this resistance and rejected well, and he's expecting the market to do the same thing and go bullish after this, after market retests this. But what I'm expecting is, I think this is probably gonna be wrong, and my expectation is the market is going to do something like this. It's going to get rid of the support and resistance traders and gonna retrace something like this and go to my TP. This is like my expectation, guys. Anything could happen, but this is like the most likely one for me. So why I'm targeting this liquidities, I think that's the best liquidity that you guys could target. I could extend my profit all the way here, but it's gonna be less probable. So this liquidity is great. So my liquidity or my TPs are around the best place that I could ever put it. A stop loss is also great. I think this trade have around 70% probability to be right. When adding the fundamental as another confluences, there's gonna be a very probable trade. And yeah, let's just see what's gonna happen. When coming to my real account, I've already blown the account, guys, and we're gonna go deep onto that. Before that, let's just go to GBP USD here, and I have entered the same trade here and get out of this trade around here without getting into that much, not that much of a loss. Already, I don't know, it's just only $1 or $2 loss, you guys. So I get out of this trade before, after I saw the market coming to this place again. I say that I don't think this trade is gonna work, so I get rid of it. So this means that it is saying that the market turned to be bullish here, right? If our search strategy is working right here, this means that the market have turned or shifted its structure to the upside. This means, it could be either SMT or this could be a real change of character, guys. Maybe our bias is wrong. Maybe, I don't know, my friend's bias is right. It is bullish. When I try to enter short position, my friend got, have a contradicting trade. Literally the opposite, man. So the irony is, one of us are gonna get our losses and one of us are going to be right. So I don't know which one going to be the profitable trade, but I do think that the bias may have shifted to the, I don't know, to bullish, because we have already seen a change in character here. But I don't think so, guys. I don't think so, because most of the time I wouldn't say this shows us a structure shift, because it's not above the equilibrium. Most of the time when I say that the market have changed the structure, it got to be above the equilibrium. So if this high would have been around here, then if market have broken it, then that means that we have already shown ourselves a structure shift. But in this case, I don't know, this is just probably gonna be a liquidity. So the market have already taken liquidity. There are a bunch of liquidities here. So it's very good play time to enter short positions coming to, I don't know, the 5 minute, the 1 minute chart. I think market have already taken liquidity. Our bias is still bearish because of all the news, guys. All the news. I think that the market is bearish. I don't know why the market is reacting this way. And this week is not. I don't know. There was no money or not that much of a big volume put in this week, guys. The market is, as you guys could see, is lethargic. It's not moving well. It's just gonna. It's just moving in a slow pace, man. I don't like this kind of market. So, I mean, we could have take profit, but my strategy wouldn't allow it, guys. So, my expectation is this is gonna be a very good take on liquidity. So, my expectation is the market is gonna do something like this. Attack with this liquidity, guys. Up to here, maybe here. I do think that the market is bearish, so the market is gonna do something like this. So we still our bias. I think this trade is still gonna work out, although we're out of the trade. Going to other trades, I think I thought DXY was bullish, guys, but I don't know what it is doing right now because yeah, it's just the opposite of USD, right? I could enter a long position here. So my position was here. My stop loss is around here. If I have, I mean, if I had entered the trade, that's gonna be the how it looks. Okay, going to NAS, the market have already showed us like a changing character. That means that our bias is bearish. I don't know, man. I think the strategy don't work here. So we already seen a structure shift in the market. Come take it as a liquidity. So I think that our stop loss is targeted as being a liquidity when it comes to Nasdaq and other indices. And after that, the market go something like this. It's gonna do some big moves after it clears our liquidity. The same thing here. This is gonna be our liquidity where I'm gonna enter a long position here, stop loss around here. The market goes straight and target our liquidity, and it's gonna show you this kind of big move. So what we can do coming to Nasdaq and I don't know, in the indices is maybe we could enter I don't know, positions when this kind of liquidities are taken from the market. We could put our stop loss here, but I don't know. I don't believe us. So maybe we could lose a lot of money if we have put my stop loss there, right? I'm sorry for the I don't know. Think of it as like a short position here, guys. Yeah, we would have made a lot of profits, but I don't still. I don't like what price have done here, but what we could have done better is that we could enter our trade somewhere right here. I would expect the market to come around this place, but in this case the market didn't come to that place. It just go bearish after around taking this liquidity because I was expecting market to come to that place because I thought that it got to take those liquidities, guys. These liquidities are also great. So I would say that this would have been like a very good shorting opportunity for us, and I would try to test it out, and if it's gonna work for us, then that's gonna be it. So this is going to be what the trade would have looked if, oh my god, man, we could have like made a lot of money from this, guys, a lot of money. But the scary thing here is we got to take trades around the news. So the news hits somewhere around here. So if the news were bullish, we would have been out within like minutes. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, this trade looks great. The same thing could happen today. So guys, we got to wait, and I'm gonna update you guys if the same thing happens. So I don't know. Let's try to draw something that looks like this. Nope. So yeah, these were like very good places, guys, but the market, I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is, if the market is gonna come to this place, I'll say that it's gonna come here, show us a very big bearish movement, something like this, and I don't know, continue being bullish. That's my expectation, guys. The same thing is happening over and over again, guys. Let's come over here. The same thing, right? This would have been like our stop loss. Let me just draw it for you guys. Okay, so as you guys could see, this was gonna be our stop loss, but in this case I think the market was bullish. Maybe I thought that this was a liquidity tick. That's why I was assuming that the market done the same thing that it did there. But let's just go on with this. So this would have been also another stop loss, guys. I mean, that's right there. And yeah, the market was bullish and done this. So still, I don't know, man, guys, how you're going to do it, but still, what I'm gonna do is, yeah, going with your bias is the best thing we can do here. You know, if we knew that this was like a buy position, I wouldn't have entered any trade here. The same thing, if it were bearish, we could have entered the short position and get profits, big profits out of this. So the same thing is keep happening here, as you guys could see here too. There was a trend line here, but the market can take it as a liquidity here, as you guys could see. And as soon as the market touches this, the market go bearish. That means, guys, that means I think this strategy works fine, and it's gonna give us like very big RRs, something like that, something like that. The same thing, maybe the same thing have happened. Let's just go to the lower time frame and see what have happened here, guys. What have happened here? So the market have gone bullish in this case, maybe something like this, and the market have already taken this liquidity, and we're expecting it to be very bullish after this. Maybe I was expecting the line to be something like this. Yeah, let's just wait, man. Let's just wait for another high probability setup, and I'm gonna update you guys. So we'll try to use the strategy if it's gonna work for NAS and other. Okay, coming to EURUSD again. So what I'm expecting the market to do right now is just, I don't know, it have already broken a lot of liquidities, take a lot of people's out of their position if they have shorted any trades. As you guys could see, there was like a very big manipulation. So my expectation is, I don't know, guys, but this, I don't know, it should have been like a downtrend triangle than an uptrend here. But still, what this shows that the market have been taking a lot of people's liquidity. So there were like stop losses here, something stop losses here. So they are still out of the place. So I'd say that this could still work going with our buy. So the market have already taken this liquidity. That means that there is no way that the market could go, like there is nothing for him. But when it comes to this, the first thing that I would say why the market could go here is because of GBP. Because these things are highly correlated, GBP have already built up a lot of liquidities, as you guys could see. This trend line is, I don't know, the biggest liquidity here in this case. So my expectation is as soon as market, I don't know, breaks this trend line, it's gonna try to hunt to these liquidities, probably somewhere here, and if we were very bearish, I do think that it may move, finish this move this day. I'm just kidding about that, but guys, my expectation is still bearish. I would say that the market have already built a lot of liquidities to take it later. I don't know, in the London session or something, this early in the morning. So let me just go to the indicator and show you where the London session is gonna open. So this was like a, I don't know, a price action of a day, 1 day worth of price action, guys. And as you guys could see, the day was literally wasted its time by accumulating in my stop loss, and it was really hard, guys. I swear to God, it was really hard to wait for the market, I don't, to get out of your stop loss, something. I wasted a lot of times, but my expectation for now is, I don't know, around the London session and New York session, market may use its time to get those liquidities. So I think we're left with 3 days: Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I hope at least these 3 days the market could reach something around these places. Then after that, maybe the next week the market could actually hit our TP. So that's my expectation. So because GPP have already taken, I mean, build up a lot of liquidity, my expectation is when GPP try to take on these liquidities, the same thing. I think the Euros USD is gonna do the same thing. That's my expectation here. Coming to the other charts, I don't know what's this chart. Ethereum USDT, and let's just go to the 1 hour time frame. And I don't like the skill zones. So the market have already touched the trend line, but the stop loss was very small, very. So I don't think that I would have entered this trade. So Ethereum is still bearish, but I don't know, man. It could do something like this, and I don't know, big retracement to the upside, a little bit of retracement, and the market may continue being bearish after that. So I would say let's just leave it like that. Coming to SPX, the market have already showed us that the market is gonna be bearish, right? But still, it's not gonna give us any other chances to enter or trade. Let's just draw some trend lines and see that if the market is gonna respect it. Coming to like everything here, so USD, I'm expecting the same bearishness. But if it were going to be bullish, guys, I think entering another trade, something that looks something like this, is gonna be great. So if the market got to come to this place, guys, then after that I would, if we're really bullish, man, and if I got the bias wrong, I would say that the market is gonna react after this. I'll try to enter a long position if I have money, guys. So my expectation is where you can enter a trade that looks like this, hunting for another one to two. I don't want to close the trade. I'm gonna leave this, but guys, what should I do? I mean, if I'm gonna enter this trade, I don't know. The loss is gonna hurt me if this trade is gonna be profitable. So I don't know. I think I'm not gonna enter this trade. But if we are going to be bullish, I do think that the market is gonna do something like that after touching this trend line. So we could have entered the trend line that I mean a long position that looks something like this and hunt for this liquidity, specifically this one. So I'd say that I would try to enter this trade with $6, guys. If this trade turned out to be profit, I don't want to lose anything here. So I would try to enter a long position right there with another $6. That means I don't know, but because guys, I'm trading my funded account, I don't think they would accept a long and short position at the same time. So I think leaving the long position is a great idea. So let's just leave it right there. Going to other currencies, guys, there is not much to talk about here. Yeah, I would say that we could have shorted here, but the market have already gone and taken our liquidity. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know how you guys trade these things. Coming to Bitcoin, I still expect Bitcoin to be very bearish, but because the stop loss is gonna be big, which is worth $16, guys, 16, 6-0. So because of that, I didn't enter this trade. But if it were like five or something dollars, I would have entered this trade and would have been. I think it's around profits, right? Yeah. But still, the thing here is that, yeah, I highly expect the market to go around $65,000. I don't expect the market. Still there are a lot of people who get trapped in this trade and they are still hoping for the good things, meaning they are expecting something like this so that they could get out of their trade around a very good price action. But I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gonna punish those traders who are not still out of their trade. So I'm expecting the market at least to give me 1 to 2, and we're gonna leave this trade, see if it's gonna work or not. Coming to USD JPY, I haven't backtested my strategy here, but I do think that it may work. So guys, I don't know, we could have entered a trade that looks like this. Stop loss here, long giving us something like that. I think I would have entered for that liquidity. So my expectation is the market is gonna go there and take. So guys who've shorted here, put their stop loss there. I don't know, guys, but my expectation is market is gonna do something or go right there. So we could hunt for our 1 to 3 right there, entry right there, stop loss there, and this would have been like our trade. So we would have been like in profit. Coming to USD, okay, now the XY I've already talked about. Coming to gold, guys, I'm expecting that the market is going to be bullish after this. So I'll say market. If the market is really bullish, I would say the market. I don't think it's gonna hit this trend line because it's just gonna make it, I don't know, very hard to come over here. Even if it come over here, our stop loss is going to be very small, so I wouldn't enter this trade. I don't like this kind of stop loss. My stop loss got to be that it needs to look like this, a bigger stop loss, a bigger range. Okay, I want to target a bigger range and a bigger stop loss. Also have a bigger stop loss. GPP, GPY. We already made our 3P, right? I don't know, guys. So this strategy works fine. I can't stress this enough, guys. Works fine, but you got to find the bias really right. Nah? What I mean here is, coming to my Euro USD positions, I don't still, let's see, man. After a week, we're gonna see. If I got to lose, the bias was wrong, man. Everything I've done here was wrong. I mean, it's just the fundamental, guys. You got to trust the fundamental, right? That's why I entered the short position, and I've already seen a lot of structural shift. Let's just see, man. Let's just see. Waiting is the best thing that you can do in trading, right? So hunting for that 1 to 2, I could say that we could have hunted for this liquidity, guys, because there are still a lot of people's stop loss right there. So there are a lot of people's stop loss right there. So I would hunt for that. Coming to XAG USD, if I think because gold have already moved something around this range, I would say silver got to do the same thing. So because of that, I could enter our long position, guys, putting our stop loss here. So that means that I got to enter long position right there, putting my stop loss there, and try to hunt up to 1 to 2. That's gonna be if we are really bearish, guys. I mean bullish, guys. Okay, let's just do this. And if the market starts to go upside, I would say that we could hunt for that liquidity, and we could end up making 1 to 3. So that's gonna be my expectation if we are really bearish. What made me think we are bearish is because we are already seeing a structure shift here. So that means that we could be bullish after this because that's gonna be our change in structure shift. So let's just wait, man. Let's just wait. I think I've already talked about most of the trades here. Going to the Ethereum, I wouldn't have entered this short trade because, guys, the stop loss is just gonna be it's just gonna be small range. So I don't like entering that kind of small stop losses. So let's just leave it. Coming to JPP USD, I've already talked about this. Let's just go to AUDUSD. So the internet starts to lag. I hope like the live stream is not paused or something. Let's just go to YouTube and see if the live stream is still working. So let's just cancel up these old tabs. Okay. Wish like I got $100, man. see guys what this guy is doing. You know, Kamil Finance is a very good trader, but I think he's trapped. He already lost 40%. You know, he's a great trader. I believe in him. You know, most of the time he have already showed us like the big moves that anybody wasn't expecting. You know, he would enter. Let me just show you something that the trade he have entered, and I was really surprised. Okay, we could have opened XG here. So I think he have entered the trade. That's like around 1 to 18. 1 to 18. A trade that looks like, I don't know, something like this. Yeah, I think you have entered the long positions here, putting his stop loss round there, guys. He entered this position and he still didn't close it. I say he still didn't close it, guys. He still didn't close it, and he's expecting the market to come again and make another high because most people after looking at this kind of big bearish candle, everybody's sentiment have changed. Everybody is now expecting that the market is bearish, so everybody may start this to sell. So as you know, the market is gonna always gonna oppose the majority of people. He's still thinking that the market could do something like this, so he may end up entering a long position somewhere here and target make another lot of profit. You know, nobody was expecting something big. Like when I look at this uh, coming to this time again, guys, looking at this kind of big bearish candles that like come, you know, this I don't know how much, Thursday 18, right? So it took like 10 or 20 13 days to move like this, and after, I don't know, guys, after within 1 day it already undone that, this undone this big moves. And after looking at that, I wasn't expecting something is gonna come, something that's this. The same thing could happen, guys. The same thing could happen. The same thing. Looking at this, we looking at the biggest. I don't know. This is like one of the biggest bearish candle in the history of silver. That's like 40% down, right? Looking at this, maybe there are gonna be like a move that's gonna come that looks like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just it's his. I don't know. It's his trades. I don't give a shit, guys. You could look at these videos. This is gonna be private video, man. This is gonna be a private video. Okay, let's just leave this shit. Okay, I was gonna check my live stream. Are we still live or the video already ended? So we're still live, guys. So I've already gone to most of the trades, right? The same thing for AUD. So coming here, we already know that the bias is bullish, and the market have already take the liquidity that we could have entered for around there. But my expectation is let's try to see what the market is gonna do. So the market accumulated, take its own liquidities and started to rise. So we got a very good trend right. So in when it comes to this, if we already know that the bias is gonna be bullish, we could have entered the long position right there, putting our stop loss here. I think this would have been a great trade, but I don't think we would enter this kind of trade because the stop loss is gonna be very small, man. So we already made 1 to 2, but you guys, you got to need to hunt for a bigger liquidity, something like this line. Another liquidity would be somewhere right there, guys, right there. Let's just see. Yeah, I would say that there are still a lot of liquidity somewhere right there. Let's see what's gonna happen. SD card. Yeah. I don't know. I'm starving to this, guys. I haven't eaten my breakfast. So USD CAD still looks like it's been accumulating for I don't know sometimes. Maybe it have as support resistance traders. Maybe it have hit some resistance there, and I don't know where it's going right now, but I'll say that we could say we're in a bearish movement here and may enter a short position right there, getting back to some of those liquidities. This would have shown us that the market have breaking the structure, so there are a lot of people stop loss here. So I would say turning long position is not a good idea until we see that the market have I don't know, got to break this, guys. It got to break this before we enter any other long or short position. It got to break this. So as soon as the market break this and hit this, we can hunt for this liquidity. So I wish like the trade looks like something like this, but I don't think this trade is gonna happen, guys. We got to have some confirmation that this trade got to work, man. So I'm gonna expect the market to come in, take this, show a structure shift, and I'll say if something gonna, if something or the trade looks like this, we could enter it a short position right there. Let's just leave it right. Okay, going to a SD card again. Man. So maybe the market have already showed us a structure shift, right, guys? This trade. So you guys are saying that if the market got to come something around there, right there, guys, we could enter a short position. Anywhere here is also possible. So putting our stop loss right there and going to target this liquidity. So that's gonna be it for NSD/USD. I haven't looked at this chart like for centuries, guys. I don't know what happened here. So that it looks like we're in a very bearish trend, but the market have already built a lot of in a very bearish trend, but the market have already built a lot of liquidities. So I'm expecting the market to come over here. This would be like the liquidity hunt if we are gonna be bullish. So the market, I don't know, let's just do it right. So the market have come to this place. So any of these short traders would have entered a trade here, and that would have been like their stop loss. So what I'm gonna say is that if the market, okay, this daily chart. So if the market breaks this, if this that breaks it, it's gonna signify that the market is in a bullish trend. So my expectation would be as soon as market come to this trend line, we could enter any long position there and putting our stop loss there. That would be like our hunt for liquidity, guys. But you guys could enter any trades in the short in a like lower time frame. So this is gonna be the end of live stream, guys. Live stream. So I don't know, guys. Let me just tell you why how I blew up my life savings coming to Euro USD. So guys, I was hoping for to enter this trade. I still expect the market to show me some bearish move in this case. In this, when it comes to this trades, any of this trade could work, but I'm expecting the short, I don't know, the short trade to work. So my expectation is I was expecting the market to come over here, but my stop loss would have been $6, you know. And as I told you before, I was gonna try to flip $3. So that means that, guys, I don't know, my stop loss either got to be right here at the middle, or another option would have been putting my entry somewhere here and hoping that I got filled. So I didn't choose either of these things. I got, to play. I said, okay, we already know that the bias is bearish, right? So what I did was that I go to the 1 minute time frame and entered short positions here. But I think it's not in USD, it's in GBP USD. Okay, guys, let me just go through the trades that I've entered. So I've already, okay, these are the trades. So guys, I'm expecting that the market was still bearish. So what I did here is that try to enter a short position when the market come to this place, putting a stop loss there. So yeah, I'm still using the search strategies that I have backtested for a year on only 1 hour time frame. Okay, I haven't gone below that. I haven't gone higher than that. I was using 1 hour time frame as like the whole, I don't know, the holy grail for this strategy. So I was using that, but in this case, guys, in this case, what happened is the first thing is I would like I didn't target any liquidities, man. Thinking about it right now, like this is the worst trade I could have entered. So there's no liquidity targets. Like this is the worst trade, and I think you shouldn't be expecting to win this trade. The market do you well. So the thing that happened here is that the first thing is there should be something, you know. If there were like a liquidity here, this trade would have worked better. But because there's no liquidities and we were already like expecting the market to hit this trend line, that means that the market is gonna do something like this rather than going bearish here. So yeah, we got everything wrong there. So because like what I should have done better is we could enter a short position if there were like liquidity that the market is gonna hunt. So say you're gonna underline this liquidity, and the short trade that I would still appreciate you to enter is gonna be right here. So the short trade would have looked like this on the retest, putting our stop loss there and try to hunt, I don't know, for that liquidity, for that specific liquidity, and we would have got ourselves, I don't know, 1 to 4. So this would have been the best trade you guys could have entered this trade, but I've already wasted my time. I mean, wasted my money, my entire money here. So I would say that after market break this, as you guys could see, I've already told you that the market may have turned bullish. So I think what I did was that I entered a long position here, losing it again within a couple of seconds. So that's how I blew up the account, man. The same thing, you know. I wasn't targeting anything. I haven't seen or go to at least because we're trading in the low time frame. I could have done what I could have done better is going to the indicators, trying to look at the kill zones, maybe entering your trade in the London session, which is around here, would have made my trade high probability and would actually make me like a lot of money so that I could enter the bigger positions. So I would say that the same thing is gonna happen because the market have already taken liquidities and we may expect the market to come to this trend line. So I would say that something big is gonna come here. So we could enter a short trade around the search stage somewhere here. So that's how I lose everything, guys. Everything. It took me over like a week to come up with $3 and lost it within a day. Yeah, that feels bad, but still, that those were the trade. For now, I'm only holding EURUSD, guys, and my funded account. I'm only holding here Euro USD as one of our trade, and I like what the market is doing. Is trying to build up liquidity. So I still expect the market to be bearish. As soon as like the market breaks this, then I would say that it's gonna be real bearish because I want this trade to be a loser one so that this trade works fine. So that's gonna be it, guys, for the stream. I hope you guys loved it. That's gonna be it. Goodbye.